Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGirt Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. UMass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff here, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll run for it on third and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minutemen! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. It's complete. Still running at the 40. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down.
There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. UMass will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Running it back, it's O'Grady. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense probably has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Gets it out quickly. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Gators will hustle to the line. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. At the 15, he's loose. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Buying some time. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Looking to pass on second down. Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, it's so much versatility. Either they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Wants to throw on second down. Dances away. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass.
These are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minutemen. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Slater. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Here's the handoff. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked.
Fires one high and deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him, but just got to make the catch.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, it's out. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
And listen, QB job number one, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Wants to pass. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Gator.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy.
He's off to the races. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UMass.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst.
The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to the...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. And I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, UMass!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Western Kentucky was far from the friendly confines of Bowling Green, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry up.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And first down for the offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. UMass will line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Taking it the other way. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
1st down here for the offense. They'll try to pop the draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Minutemen! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
At the 40-yard line. First down for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. Saw a great example of it right there.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The UMass offense returns to the field. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
Running back, the ball carrier. Picks up 9. Brings up second down.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Power football with the run. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dances away from the heat. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Going for it all. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not like it into the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Stopped after making the catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On third down, going up top. And they're not on the same page there.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Here's a throw downfield late. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take.
He's going up top. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Minutemen. And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stand.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch. Touchdown, UMass. And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's O'Grady. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days.
Got a lot of running room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
At the 30.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Autzen Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. Very tough environment for any visitor. UMass will kick it off to get us going here. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So Oregon's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here comes that star wide receiver. He's got the bounce, the aura. He walks on the field with some swag saying, I'm the man, and I know it.
Boy, he certainly does, and you know what? He probably should. It's founded in all the hard work that he puts in, the dedication in the summertime during practice. You can see some of the defensive backs watch him as he warms up, studying him, because they know it's going to be a long day trying to deal with this receiver.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
Second and 10 here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but where I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36. The Ducks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
And this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And the Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver makes the catch. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And the field goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Of course, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So UMass and its offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
And there's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Tackle on the play at the 31-yard line. Brings up second down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love watching the speed of this defense. This time doing a good job of reading their keys. They saw the guard pull, shot through the A-gap, used their speed and instincts to blow this.
Looking to throw it deep. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. Touchdown, UMass. Made the defense look slow that time.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT makes the score 7-3. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
UMass 7, Oregon 3.
Return begins inside the 10. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's caught. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain on that short throw.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
It's caught downfield. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Finding space at the 20. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT makes it 10-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The Minutemen offense back on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Keeping it on the ground here. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, You throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Hit as he released it. You misfire on the pass as time in the period runs out. And through one quarter, let's see how the quarterback's stats stack up. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And this will be fair caught at the 15. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? It's a quick grab. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Loss of 1 for the play. Brings up second down.
And he drops back in the gun. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quarterback's got it on the option. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Pressure is coming. Quick throw to the left side. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
You had the coverage that you want here as a quarterback. Receiver runs a really good route, and the quarterback just misses it. Now, the one thing I'll say about on the outcut is I'd rather have it thrown towards the sideline than behind the receiver where it can be intercepted. So he misses it, but at least it's not a pick.
Catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. The Ducks pick up enough for a first down. And a flag is down as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty is on. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Will hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Third and very long, and they make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions this drive. Let's it go on the move, launching deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle is finally made, but it's down to the 28-yard line. The Ducks looking to run some tempo here. Quick throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Defense cannot get this offense to fourth down. Offense continues the long drive. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Makes the catch, can he get in? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. And the Ducks looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, everybody in the stadium, including this defense, knew they were going to run the football just to get it away from the shadow of their own goal line. What's amazing is they were able to pop a big run like that. And if you're the defensive coordinator, it's got to be one of the most frustrating things. But let's give credit to the offense. They blocked it well and made it happen.
He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And here comes a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
He took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking to throw it on first down. Quick completion with the tight end. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly, and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end.
Oh, that one's picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. With a sack on first down, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. Do they try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to his left and makes the completion. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matches.
And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked it.
There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now. 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And this one is caught. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out.
Unnecessary defense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Minutemen. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The UMass offense takes the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Single back takes the handoff. Oh, look at the quick cut. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. That's an important first down on that running play. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
They'll run the option. And it'll be Smothered right at the line for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Close to the tight end. Catch is made down the middle. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And it's caught across the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab, and he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the back now goes in motion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes the catch downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Motion by the back, defense better adjust. Snags the quick throw. Tackle, but first down.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll take the lead in the second half. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT puts them up 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the UMass offense is back out there. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. The back's got it. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Gets rid of it on the move. Accurate throw, catch made right near the sideline. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Gets into space at the 50. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble now. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it.
Oh, that one is going to sting. Take the crucial touchdown off the board. They'll be backed up and have to try it again. So a crucial 3rd down play. To try a field goal from here would be 53 yards. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
Short connection to the tight end here. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Anytime you're trailing like this in the 4th quarter, of course you've got to go for it on 4th down, and they get it done to extend the drive.
This drive has now reached the red zone. And here's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Under pressure, just lets it go. He throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. Long enough and good. And we are tied up now here in the 4th quarter.
Man, I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective, moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Handoff here from the shotgun. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
1st and 10 now for the offense. And the same runner's got it again. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They'll run it from the gun. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to take off. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the handoff. They feed it to the back again and again. Nowhere to run. The running game has been smothered. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30. The Ducks come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Play action here on first down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Ducks. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an undersized safety who can run with the tight end, and he's going to go over top of him. You put a big, strong linebacker on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The Minutemen offense back on the field now. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, UMass. Here's the point after attempt. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to.
Tipped and then dropped. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Here's the target, and it's complete. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Looking to chuck it again. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Slides to avoid the big hit. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. And the completion made. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And the Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Oregon, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense could not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. The UMass offense takes the field now. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. First down here for this offense. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen.
Chris, I'm shocked by this. I mean, this is a great touchdown by this offense. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. We may be headed to overtime.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the fourth quarter. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That one is incomplete. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Can he get there on the ground? He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's got his man open downfield. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. We're back starting a new series here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Using his legs here. And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain. Not enough for the first down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. Ball handed off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver makes the catch. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal. Touchdown, UMass, to jump in front in OT.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Went after, up and good.
UMass 38, Oregon 31.
So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Great execution on the RPO. The quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind him for some great yards.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
On the play. Brings up.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Refusing to be brought down. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break 1 tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the end zone. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
29 Philly.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. And he's brought down there. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. There's the handoff. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Just love watching this back line. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I love watching these linebackers fly around, doing a good job of reading their keys. Saw the guard pulling, shot through that A-gap, and was able to blow this play up.
Has caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Minutemen. A strong overtime answer.
Well, they did the tough part here by coming up with this touchdown. The game is tied. Now, force the rule, in that second overtime, you got to go for 2. Let's see what their favorite 2-point play is. See if they can win it.
Extra point puts him in front by 1. In these overtime games, Kurt, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.